any questions like this for Islam? Like, I have a question about Trinity. Do you have any questions like this for Islam?
Yeah, I have. For example, I have the,
Yes, go ahead.
but I ask this question may be insulting to you. You do you know that? Do you know the Aisha mentioned?
Yeah. I know about that.
No, not about his age. Not about her age. No, not about age. I think it's already here. Now I talk about the Aisha mentioned about some hadith is already forgotten. It's not in the Quran. Do you know that? In the hadith she mentioned that some Quran is already lost. The sucking, breastfeeding of the male. You want to take the male to be a family member. You need to take him in as your family member. You need to give him suck your breast 5 times, and then he will become your member in your family. So you can in the Muslim, in the Arabic society, in Arabic society, men cannot come into a woman, right?
Yeah.
But you want to accept him as your family member. He can come around freely. Breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding mothers, like extra mothers. That is some women, like for me, let's example, my mother is someone else, right? But
No, not that.
Wait.
Let me find the verse. Let me find the issue for you. Say. So it's a breastfeeding. Breastfeeding verse is lost. Aisha said that it's lost. It's no longer in the Quran.
What?
No longer in the Quran. Not now. Okay, let me see. Where do we find Aisha mention breast feeding Quran verses? Authentic hadith, Aisha mentions a verse about breastfeeding was once in the Quran but no longer found in the Mus'haf today. This one, Sahih Muslim. This one. Sahih Muslim.
I don't understand what it means.
Sahih Muslim.
What?
The key point is why the hadith mentioned that some Quranic verse is lost, not found. So this is from Aisha. Aisha mentioned that some Quranic verses is not found in the Quran. It was lost. The goat eaten it. He said the goat, the animal, the goat, the sheep eat those verses.
No, there is a verse about breastfeeding. Like
not for mother. From the woman to the adult man.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Aisha explicitly mentioned in the breastfeeding verse in the Quran, no longer found today, recorded in Sahih Muslim, and Sahih Muslim is mentioned there. Maybe it's not trustworthy. You can say that it's not trustworthy. Maybe
we reject something.
It's in the Sahih, Sahih Muslim. But then Sahih Muslim or Sahih.
I think it's weak and.
It's a weak, right? But then it's a Sahih. How do you say it's weak?
No.
How do you say weak and strong?
Huh?
Why do you say weak? Is this common sense or what?
No. There's a lineage. There's a lineage of let's say the hadith. Some of the hadiths are said from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our prophet, right? Muhammad.
But
wait. Let me explain. Hadith came from like what he said or what he did. Wait. You have to look.
Okay. What he said, what he did.
What he said, what he did, and after that, his companions, after his death, the people that were surrounding him, they remembered those facts, and they passed those information generation by generation. Like I pass to my son, he passes to somebody else. Like this, if there is a clear lineage that can be identified, then that hadith is strong. But if there is something like we can't know who is this hadith coming from the middle, we don't know something, some person, or maybe some person they have like weak memory, they may be saying something that contradicts some other references, then those are weak hadith.
But what about the Quran? If you take this, the Quran itself, you have abrogation. The Quran, you also take abrogation principle to erase some of the previous revelation. You take some and then erase the others, right? We call it abrogation. That means you have Allah caused us to forget some certain verses, to replace with a better words? Do you have a concept?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. You don't know that?
But this is not authentic, by the way, so I can't.
But in the Quran,
Yeah, I can't believe this one because it's not authentic.
Okay, Quran verse. All right, say application.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean yes.
Application.
Yes. I understand.
Say that He will cause us to forget, and then replace with a better verse. Quran verses. Yeah. About obligation. Yeah, so there's a lot of things inside in the Islamic teaching. So obligation is that's mentioned about obligation. Yeah. So whoever we forget, cause to forget, will bring forth a better one, similar to it. Do you know Allah can do all things, and then we substitute a verse place of another, and Allah knows best. And then you said, okay. So this I think. Neither those who disbelieve among you. So there's an obligation, there's a replacing one after another.
Yeah, I know.
So there's Islamic doctrine.
What you mean.
Islamic doctrine, you have replacing one another. So there's a lot of killing. There's a lot of killing, kill the Jews or kill the infidel in the Quran. In the Quran mentioned, those verses mention about killing. But Muslims have said that those are the time during war, only applicable during war. And then but the Hamas can create war and then apply those words of killing and raping the woman. And even IS also, they do the same thing. Taliban also can do the same thing. When they create war, they can kidnap the innocent people, and they can rape the woman, get the wife, and then kill away.
I don't believe IS. Me, that brother over there who was here, and most of us believe that IS is not even Muslim.
What?
IS, they're not even Muslim.
Muslim, not Muslim.
Yeah, they're not.
Why you call them not Muslim?
Because they're not Muslim. They're
But they're obeying the Quran.
No.
They're obeying the Quran.
If somebody, let's say,
they're praying 5 times a day.
Yeah, let's say I'm a very wealthy individual, very powerful person, and I create an organization that is
militant.
Christian, pro-Christian, but they do all the bad stuff in the
But
name
they have to use the Bible. They have to use the Bible. They cannot quote the Bible.
Yeah.
They quote the Old Testament. They cannot quote the New Testament because when they quote the New Testament, they'll be killed. Because Jesus said you have to love your enemies. They cannot do that.
Yeah, I
love the enemies.
I don't know the exact verse.
Forgive.
I don't know the exact verse of the Bible, but
forgive 70 times 7.
Yeah, I read somewhere that the Bible says for some women, if some women women can't
adultery.
Women can't maybe some verses
adultery,
like those two in the
Bible.
Bible.
Old Testament.
Yeah.
But Jesus comes, he abolished.
Also, they can't
they
can't divorce themselves. They can't call for divorce if the man doesn't want to let.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus said.
There are some verses in the Bible.
Jesus accused them. Jesus said because of your harden of your heart. Because the harden of your heart, because the original intention of God created man and woman is for life. When they get married, no divorce.
Old Testament and
Jesus said no divorce. The Old Testament. The Old Testament during the Moses time.
Yeah.
People asked Jesus why Moses gave us the certificate for divorce.
Okay.
Jesus' answer is that because the harden of your heart. Okay. Your heart is hardened, that's why it was given the certificate of divorce.
Yeah.
Initially, when God created human, it's not like that. He said, God created one woman, one man, they married, they get lifelong, until death, till them apart.
Okay.
Only death can separate them, no divorce. So Jesus commanded the people, those who believe in him have to follow him, not follow the Old Testament, follow the divorce, killing, adultery, stoning to death, no longer. But Jesus said that forgive, and then love your enemies, forgive 70 times 7 times. So you have to forgive people. So even you want to create an extremist or jihadists on the Christian names, they will fail. Because they are not following Christian principle. They're not following Christ.
If somebody...
If you're following Christ, they'll be crucified on the cross.
You live around here somewhere, right? You live here.
Yeah.
If somebody comes to your house and they light up your house on fire, do everything.
Police.
Yeah, kill
civil law.
If the police can't do anything, you still gonna forgive those person?
In my heart, I feel forgive, but I still report to the police. In my heart, I will not. I will not seek revenge on myself. I will not seek revenge.
If the police does not do anything, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna forgive them?
I will report to police or not. In my heart, first thing to do is to forgive.
Yeah.
Whether the perpetrator is being punished or not, in my heart, I still forgive. But forgiveness and reconciliation is two things. Don't mix it up. I can forgive but doesn't mean that I will reconcile with the person. I can forgive, but doesn't mean that I will give in to come again. I have another house, come and burn. There's not the issue. That will be insane. That's not forgiveness, that's insanity. So when we forgive, that means that we will not go and revenge and go, you burn my house, I go and see which one is your house, I go and burn your house. We don't do that. But we rather forgive and ask God. You know why? When we forgive, we know God is going to punish the person.
That is easy for you to say when you're in USA, like in,
it happened.
in the first world.
No, it happened. It happened in Christians.
Wait, but look at the world that is suffering. Look at Palestine, right? The people that are going through, they don't have any help, right? Not even from the Muslims.
If the Hamas put down, if the Hamas release the hostages, no more killing, no more dying.
Okay.
Easy, very easy.
Yeah,
they release the hostages. Why they kept on having hostages?
I'm not talking about Hamas. I'm not talking about.
I mean the people.
I'm talking about the local people suffering.
I know. I feel bad. I feel bad.
I don't care about. Yeah,
I feel bad.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I feel bad for the Palestinians.
Yeah.
The innocent, the babies, they are being killed.
Can you go to those person and say, okay, the people that are doing this to you, just forgive them? Can you say that?
If the Christians, yes, the Christians massacred in Sudan, in Africa, and many places they have been slaughtered by the Muslim. These people really forgive. Okay. And even in Christians in the communist China, they forgive. The pastors have been arrested and they die in prison. Yeah. They forgive.
Well, why do like those are Christian countries, right? The European countries. Why do they burn the Quran but no Muslim countries burn the Bible? Why does this happen? That's what I want to know.
You talk about Christians, they are not actually, they are radicals.
What?
Radical.
Okay.
They are radical.
Okay.
Those are the radical, they burn the Quran. For me, I don't do that.
Yeah, not even the Muslim.
That's not good. I don't agree.
Yeah, not even the Muslim
Why
radicals burn the Bible too, Yeah, not even the Muslim radicals.
Radical, they kill the Christian. They don't burn the Bible. They kill Christian.
Yeah.
They kill the Christian.
Yeah, Christians don't kill Muslims. You're trying to say? Christians don't kill Muslims?
They don't kill in the name of religion.
What about
Christian, like a crusade?
The
crusade only a few times out of 2,000 years. I mean, 1,500 or 4,000 years. Okay. Only a few times, 3 times crusade, and then you talk about the crusade.
What about the British Empire? Like the British.
You talk about politics. Any politicians are good. Any politicians are good. Any Muslim politicians are good.
There's something called the manifest destiny in Christianity, right? Manifest destiny. Like manifest destiny, you don't know about that?
Don't know.
That is the ultimate mission of Christianity. You're a Christian and you don't know that?
Mission?
Yeah. To spread Christianity all over the world.
The mission. Yeah. The mission objective to spread the news, to spread the message.
And even Jesus said that, like,
spread the message. Spread the message.
Sword,
yes.
Right? There's something about the sword.
No. Sword is in Muhammad.
No.
Muhammad take the sword.
No.
In Christian, no sword.
No, there's a
no sword. No. Take the sword.
I forgot the verse, but
when Jesus was arrested.
I don't have internet on my phone too.
No, you talk about Jesus arrest the time. Jesus arrest. He take the sword.
No.
Peter took out one sword. Jesus said, enough. Put it back. Enough. Put it back. That's not what he meant. Take out the sword. No, that's not what he meant. He said, put it back. So actually, he used the sword. Peter really used the sword. Cut off the ear of one of the servants of the high priest. But Jesus healed it back. Put the ear. Put it back and heal. So Peter was shocked and was confused. I cut it off. You heal it back. So and Jesus rebuked him and said, those who use sword will die with the sword. So he was confused and he ran away.
But I think,
Peter ran away.
I also like about Islam is that Islam bans alcohol. You know, the root of all evil.
There's also another controversy.
Another issue,
Another controversy issue because initially he did not claim, and then yet you can drink a lot in heaven. You can drink a lot in heaven.
Wait. Let's see statistics, okay? Most Americans die from alcoholism. Like many Americans, I'm not saying most, like many Americans die because of alcohol overuse. You know that, right?
Many people die on the drugs, died on nicotine.
Nicotine is
many people die of diabetes.
Nicotine is
diabetes. Many people die of diabetes. Don't talk about alcohol. Talk about sugar. Talk about sugar.
I'm not saying sugar is not as bad as alcohol, by the way.
It's still. A lot of people die diabetes. Diabetes is a sickness.
It doesn't affect your consciousness.
Diabetes is a disease,
but it doesn't affect your
diabetes is the obesity is a disease.
Yeah, I know.
The overweight is a disease.
But
so don't blame only the alcohol.
You don't lose sanity, by the way.
The sugar. So the sugar level also should be haram. Should be haram also. Not only the alcohol. And worse. application. Why is it a need for application when Allah reveal words and then he need to abrogate later? Does he didn't know that which is better? Why Allah did not know what is better and reveal once he can live last at least 23 years. It's not long. Muhammad time is just live only the revelation period only 23 years. In the 23 years there's a lot of application overlapping and cancel one another. Why is that need? What do you think? In a short period of 23 years, you talk about obligation replacing one another. Why is it a repetitious right kind of happening during the short period of time?
Maybe
so short.
Somebody expert may be able to play.
Okay, never mind. Okay.